Okay, so in theory, I should be live. I am going to need your all's help to let me know how the audio sounds. My microphone is a little bit far away from me right now, but I could turn it up if it is too quiet. But you all know I'm loud, so I assume it's probably fine. But I just let me know what you all think of my audio specifically, and then in a little while, once we have the audio coming through from the app, I'll need feedback on that as well. Streaming a board game that has an app component is a little bit of a task. Okay, I am live, that's good. So hopefully the audio is working as well. Sounds good. Okay. Awesome. I tried to make it so this was as clear as possible while showing you all everything, but I recognize that the small text is going to be basically impossible for you all to read. So obviously, as we go through the first scenario here, I'm going to be reading aloud most of the things that I'm going to be doing. For those of you who are not aware, I'm playing Forgoten Waters, which is normally a 3 to 7 player game, but the designer has an official solo and 2-player variant or 2 different variants that they have, and those rules are on the app, which I can actually show you all. So here are the variant rules. It is actually in and it's just a web-based app. It's not something you have to download. It's just a website. So you can do it on a computer, tablet, phone, whatever. And they have the solo rules and 2-player rules in the app, which I have on my computer. And I also have printed off because these are the rules that I'm going to forget. So hopefully you all will be able to help me remember some of them. I'm not obviously going to go through all of the rules of the game. Hopefully a lot of you have already watched Tom's review. I didn't even introduce myself formally. I think most of you probably know who I am at this point. But in case you don't, my name is Crystal Pisano. I am one half of the Board Game Blitz podcast, and I am also a video contributor here on the Dice Tower. And I asked Tom if I could stream the new game from Plaid Hat Games. It is a Crossroads game, similar to Dead of Winter, and it is called Forgotten Waters. It's a pirate game. Box is back here. I've got my little dice guy wearing a pirate hat back here. I was going to wear a pirate hat, but I don't own one, and I had trouble making a pirate hat for myself, so my little dice guy got a pirate hat instead. Here, I'll hold it so y'all can see it here. It's ridiculous. I just printed out a template and then colored it in and taped it on. So I'm trying to get in the mood, so to speak. I also currently have the YouTube chat in 2 different places. I am not going to be able to see it as well on my computer screen over here because I'm going to have the app on that screen, but I also have a tablet over to my left that is going to have the chat on it as well. So I'm going to try and keep an eye on the chat, but it's going to be kind of difficult. My setup here is ridiculous. One of my monitors is way back there where the webcam is, and then my second monitor is over here, and then my tablet's over here. I'm plugged into my speaker underneath this table. I have a full poker table right now in front of me in my office. Do you all, can you see? It's wider than my arm span. And then my phone is the webcam up here. That you can see in the shot. I don't know how anyone streams board games with apps and makes it all look good. I have done my best. I hope you all like what I've got set up here. So, in Forgotten Waters, let's go ahead and I'll click over to the app and we'll take a look. I've already done the setup for the first scenario. I have never played it, though. You all are going to be playing this with me for the very first time. I did not, play a little bit of it in advance to learn how it works. I did watch Rodney Smith's How to Play video on Watch It Played. You all know Rodney, I'm sure. He is a very valuable resource, and that is how I learned the game, but I have not played through any of it. So in the app, it will help you do a lot of things, and it actually has voice narration for some of the scenarios as well. So it always says to start with Beyond the Ocean's Edge if you've never played before. So that is the one that we are starting with. So we're going to look at the setup. It is my first time playing. So I already did a lot of this stuff. So I got the navigation tokens, the special location tokens needed for this scenario. I removed the purple cards from the treasure deck, and then I followed the setup in the book, and I set up the board to look like this. So my ship is starting up here. I think you all can see it even when it's standing. Well, not really. I might try and lay pieces down then. We'll see. That might be better. Although I imagine it's not going to be too hard to keep track of the ship and wherever it is. So y'all let me know what you prefer. So we've got some resources here. So I am taking on the roles of everybody on the ship. And in the solo rules specifically, as you all can see on the screen here, it says that the Hungry Pirates card is in play. So I do have that here. And that basically means that if the pirates are hungry, I have to take care of them no matter what. And that is currently not on our first page, but it will show up on other pages. In fact, the first page of the book has the hungry crew action here. So when that pops up, I am going to have to do that. I only have one treasure chest card to start, even though I am going to be controlling 4 different characters. And 1 infamy marker, which is on the quartermaster board over here. Can you see my hand? It's just barely at the top. This is the infamy marker for me. And infamy is how I'm going to gain progress in the solo version of this game. So my character, I've named my pirate Flappy Ears Frida. I do actually have the bunny hat nearby, but I didn't grab it. So I grabbed one of the pirate sheets and I named my pirate Flappy Ears Frida, but I have not filled out any of the stuff on the inside. So you all are going to help me do that here in just a second. I'm actually very excited. You all are also going to help me name the ship. Do not put anything in the chat yet, though, because I'm not looking at the chat currently. Let's see. So we've got 4 pirate standees. If all players are directed to perform a check, I have to perform the check 4 times. So if it's anytime the number of players is referenced, it's considered to be 4. I only get 1 benefit though. If it says all players get a treasure, I only get 1. Same thing for reroll tokens, whatever else. If I need to steal a treasure, I can just draw 1 normally and then lose or gain a discontent. Discontent is on the first mate board here. This is my number of crew and this is my discontent. If these 2 tokens ever meet on the same space, I lose the game. There are a few different ways I can lose the game, and that is one of them. For instance, the boatswain, if the ship damage ever gets down to 0, we also lose the game. And then if I ever encounter space 962, I also lose the game. I don't know why. It has a ship icon on it. I imagine those are not good people on that ship, but it did specifically say in the setup that that is not good. So let's see here. So here's how this is really different from a normal 3 to 7 player game. Normally, it's gonna give me little... I'm gonna get to fill out stars on my constellation sheet. And normally I would gain those through other means, but in this game, my infamy track up here is going to be what's going to be giving me stars. Whenever I get to the end of the infamy track, if I would go higher, instead it's going to drop to its lowest value and I'll gain a star on my constellation. So that's a little bit different. Normally the infamy track has different player icons, and the pirates have an order. Do I have the other ones nearby? I do. So your infamy order kind of determines who breaks ties and things like that in the normal game, and you would be shifting around and things like that. But for this game, since it's just me, single token, all we need. But yes, when I would fill in a star on my constellation for any other reason, I gain infamy instead. So if something tells me to fill in a star, I move up on the infamy track. This is something I'm worried I'm going to forget. I'm worried I'm going to get excited and just fill in stars on my sheet, which is what you would normally do in the game. Let's see. Other players or another player is still me. And If any game requirement is ever impossible to meet, for instance, have 5 treasure cards, you're only required to get as close to the requirement as possible. So like my maximum hand size for treasure is 4, so I guess I would have to have 4 in that instance. All right, so other boards that I didn't mention specifically, there's the Cooper, who keeps track of the supplies. Currently our supplies are at 10. The Lookout, which keeps track of our threat level. Got these little tokens that go here. There will be threat checks that will come up, and if the threat is ever equal to or more than the amount listed on my scenario card, and this is the scenario that it told me to choose for this one, which is decipher the map. So if it's ever 2 or higher when we do a threat check, something happens. And I don't remember what happens. We have to mark something off on the ship's scribe sheet. This is another role that would go to somebody normally. There is a threat event. Whoop. Oh, it's going to be blurry because it's not focused there. Well, regardless, the ship's scribe sheet, which you can't see well, probably has a threat event thing. And if we ever do a threat check and it's 2 or higher, I have to mark something off and read an entry in the app. There are also captain's quarters and captain's missions on this sheet that will prompt me to read things as well. So I have the scenario written, Beyond the Ocean's Edge, and it also told me to write Seeds of Doubt on the ship's log, but it did not tell me why or what that means. But my ship does not have a name, and we need a name for this ship. So, chat, this is up to you. You're going to help me name my ship. Feel free to put suggestions in the chat. I'm going to choose whatever I want. I'm not going to choose the 5th thing that comes through or whatever else. I am going to pick whatever I want to pick. So, I'm looking, sorry, I'm having to lean because my tablet is not super close to me. But I'm hoping only if the app tells you to check threat. Yes, checking threat is what happens when you have to mark the threat. So my threat track can get up higher than 2 and I can be fine. It can get all the way to 5 and I can technically be fine unless it has me check the threat, and then at that point something bad would happen. So I will probably be trying to keep that reasonably low, but who knows. Let's see. Okay, so we've got some ship names starting to come in. Let's see here. And I apologize, I am not going to be able to keep a close eye on the chat. So please feel free to say whatever you want, say lovely things, and I might not be able to acknowledge them in real time, and I'm sorry for that, but... okay, so we've got a lot of the Haughty Dowager, the Lost Cause, the Scary Hair. Oh, the Scary Hair! I'm Flappy Ears Frida on the Scary Hair. That's a pretty good one. If I see something else come in that's real good, but I like that one a lot. So unless I see something really, really amazing in the next few seconds, I think we're going to go with the Scary Hair. But don't worry, there's more stuff for you all to fill in here in a second. All right, let's see. Blitzing Buccaneer is pretty good, Mary Lou. Ooh. I don't want to be too self-serving with the Blitz stuff, so I'm going to go with the Scary Hair. So I'm writing that on my ship scribe. Okay, so now you all are going to have to help me create my backstory. It's kind of like a Mad Lib. So, I'm going to read all 5 things at once, and then you all can just put in the chat 1, and then the answer 2, and then the answer 3, 4, 5, etc. So that way we can go through them kind of quickly. So feel free to pick any of them that you want to help contribute to. So, number 1, a profession that involves travel. Number 1, a profession that involves travel. Okay? Number 2, a dumb name. A dumb name. That's number 2. Okay. Number 3, an animal. Be creative here. Number 3 is an animal. Okay. Number 4, a collector's item. Number 4, a collector's item. And number 5, the pirate name of another player. Ooh, we don't have other players. So you all are just going to come up with one of the other names for one of the other pirates, because I only have 1 name, even though I'm controlling 4 characters. So we're just going to say a cool pirate name for number 5. So Number 1, profession that involves travel. Number 2, a dumb name. Number 3, an animal. Number 4, a collector's item. And number 5, a pirate name. And I am going to go look through the chat and hopefully, let's see, let's pop this out. And hopefully that'll help me view a little bit more of it. I'm using a tablet, which I hate. Well, it's not really a tablet, it's a Microsoft Surface, but not my favorite. I don't like using the touchpad instead of a real mouse. Oh my gosh, yeah, no, I hate this. Okay, it's fine. All right, I'm going to scroll back up to where the numbers started. Okay, the very first one, for a profession that involves travel, salesman, that works for me. I don't know, I have not read my backstory. I have no idea what these are going to be fitting into, but salesman works for me. Number 2, a dumb name. Nathan put in his own name. Nathan, your name is not dumb. Hubert. I don't know, I kind of like Hubert. Jackalope. Oh no, that's for number 3. Number 2, Buddy. Buddy is dude. Are there any other 2s? Let's see. Let's go with dude. Dude is a dumb name. Not a dumb word, but maybe not a great name. Okay, number 3, Jackalope is going to be hard to beat. Let's see, Ocelot, Aardvark, Wallaby. You know what? I kind of like Aardvark. That's not what I would have thought I would have picked, but I kind of like it. All right, number 4, a tea set, board games, China Cup, Crystal, playing to the, let's see, baseball cards, pet rocks. Let's go with a China Cup. And then the pirate name of the other player. Ooh, Squinty Flanagan. I kind of like that. I'm going to keep looking and see what else we got. I think I'm going to go with that one. Squinty Flanagan is the other pirate. Oops, I wrote a P instead of a Q. Squinty Flanagan. All right, got all that written down on the sheet. I don't know if you all can see that or not. It's focus. I tried to make it focus so it'll stay down here and not autofocus, but who knows? All right, let's read my backstory, friends. Backstory of the Seeker Pirate. And I do not have a good pirate accent. Should I attempt a pirate voice? We're gonna give it a shot, and I promise I won't do this for the whole game, because it might be real bad. Exploring the world has always been my passion. In my youth, I was a salesman and volunteered for every exploratory expedition I could find. This is the worst pirate accent I've ever heard. I'm gonna stop it. After a time, I found myself aboard the ship of Captain Dude, the fearless royal explorer who became my mentor. I learned much on his vessel as we traveled the seas, but eventually luck ran out and our vessel was sunk by a giant aardvark. The captain perished and it was time to find a new vessel to sign up with. When I heard a pirate captain was going to sail past the ocean's edge, I realized the world was about to become an even more interesting place, and pirates might very well hold the key to the thrills of exploration. Now, I find myself on a pirate ship, and I am forced to confront the fact that I hate pirates. I hate their unwashed bodies, their complete disregard for the king's tongue, not to mention their ridiculous obsession with a China Cup. Their very presence soils what should be a transformative journey of self-discovery. Take Squinty Flanagan, for example. Who could stand to be around this lout for even 5 minutes? Gosh darned pirates. That's not exactly what that says there, but we're trying to keep this a little more family friendly. So, gosh darned pirates is the last sentence there. Okay. So how do I win this game? Well, aside from not hitting one of the lose conditions, when the app says that we have hit the end of the game, which my scenario says I'm trying to reach Precipice Island, which is down here, the way I'm going to win is by having completed constellation events. So on that sheet with my little stars on it, there are these special exclamation point things. And after I have reached those and marked them off, I'm going to gain these little tokens. And when the app tells me to resolve constellation events, I will get to read some stuff from inside my booklet, which I'm not going to look at now because that would be too spoilery. All right, I'm also going to make sure chat is a fatal paper cut laughed at. Take Squinty Flanagan, for example. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see. I didn't explain all of the boards super well, but down here the gunner is going to be using the cannons. I actually don't really know how the cannons work because his Rodney Smith's video didn't go over that super well, and I must have missed that section when I was going through the rule book, but I think the app is kind of going to help me when directed to upgrade. Yeah, I know how to upgrade them, but how do I use them? I think we're just going to have to find out. I think we're going to be okay. I basically know what I'm doing, for the most part. Oh, and since I pre-ordered the game, it came with this cool little box that you can put together, and it holds some of the tokens, and it also holds the cards, but I have left the cards out of the box for now because they'll be a little bit easier for me to get to. But isn't this neat? This was part of the pre-order, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so during a round, which I am not on the right page now. No, I am. Yes, this is right. Hungry Pirates card is not in play. The one item I'm starting with, or the one treasure I'm starting with, is a magnetic stone that gives me +1 to cannons or +1 to, let's see, what are the symbols? Aim and navigation. My skills are listed on my sheet here, and they tell me I'm going to be marking those off, and those stars are going to be giving me infamy instead of stars. Oof, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot to remember. All right, it's been 20 minutes since I started the stream. Let's actually try and start the game, shall we? I'm going to grab my mouse. We're going to go over here. Continue. Yes, we read our backstory, and then we're going to have this read the scenario introduction for us, and you all let me know if the audio is good. Okay, I'm just pausing it so you all can let me know if the audio is too loud or too quiet, and then I will continue playing it. I just don't want to find out I've played half of it and you all didn't hear any of it. Oh yeah, cool. Everybody said that the cannons are in the app. It'll tell me what to do. You can't hear it. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Oh, that would be because I have desktop audio muted in OBS. So, ta-da, I'm glad I stopped it. Okay. Let's try this again. I'm gonna... Okay, let's try this one more time.
Witches, towering monsters of... Long ago, people spoke of a land called Sunset. A place full of honorable merfolk, powerful witches, towering monsters, and legendary pirates. A world that stretched so far and wide that not even the royal mounts could claim dominion over it. But as the years passed and the world twisted, the legend of Sunset faded and most forgot about its wonder. Most except Captain Jesbet J. Vance. He never for a moment questioned that Sunset was real and spent his life searching for it. Now an old man, he has decided to set off on one last adventure to find the fabled waters of Sunset and has convinced you to join him. Your quest begins in search of the fabled Clearing Stone. Captain Vance is convinced it is the key to getting into Sunset. You have struck some luck in acquiring a map that should lead you to the stone, but none of you can understand it in its entirety. Because of this, you sail to Precipice Island, where an old friend of the captain may be able to decipher the map. The quest seems easy enough, but Captain Vance's previous adventures have made him some enemies. Most notable of which is the Royal Mont family, who have hired the notorious Captain Razor to hunt you down.
Okay, I only saw the comments saying that the audio was a little bit low toward the end there, so I turned it up just a bit. So assuming that you all could actually hear it, I'm not going to replay it, but going forward, anything that gets narrated, you should be able to hear a little bit better. So apologies for that. So even though it was quiet, were you all able to hear the story? Yes? Are we good? I'm going to assume yes. Okay. So, there's background audio. And we're in port right now, so I can hear the seagulls. Here, let's turn that up a little bit more. All right. Okay. In the planning phase, which is the first phase, I'm going to start the timer, and I'm only going to have a set number of seconds to assign all of my pirates to different actions. And I don't get to read what's on this side of the page when I do that. I only get to read these when I'm making my decisions. So in theory, I will have just revealed this page, and then we would start the timer, and I would put my pirates onto the board. I tried not to read anything on here in advance, so hopefully that won't cause confusion for me, but we're going to start the timer. Okay, I have 40 seconds. So I'm going to say and these symbols kind of give me an idea of what might happen. So somebody's going to work the ship. We're going to put one there. Captain's mission. Sure, that sounds interesting. The market. And I don't want to go to do I want to go to the psychic's shanty? The tipsy tortoise. We're going to go to the psychic's shanty. Okay, I'm done. So I don't get since I finished before time ran out, I don't get any negative effects. I have no idea if I picked well or not, but we'll see what happens. Okay, and then the actions resolve from top to bottom, or from me, bottom to top, since I'm looking at this upside down. So the market first. Okay, market. Swagger +1. Okay, so where's my sheet? I'm going to mark off a swagger. There is no star in that space, so I do not gain a infamy. Then perform a swagger check. Okay. Well, so then when I perform a check, I take the die, I roll it, and I add whatever is in my swagger column to the die roll. So since I've marked 1, I only have 1 swagger. So we're going to roll and see what happens. 5 + 1 is 6. Oh no, that's just barely the worst thing. Choose 1 market option below. Boo. Okay, let's see. So I can either get supplies for the crew, gather news from the locals, get something nice, get a cool haircut, or get a cannon. Ooh, that would give me a treasure. That's pretty cool. I actually think I want to get a cool haircut. Because if I get a cool haircut, I spend 1 supply and I gain 2 infamy. So we're going to go up 2 on the infamy track, which, as we all know, that's going to give me stars, which will help me win the game. So that's why I'm getting a cool haircut, obviously. I am going to attempt to keep an eye on the chat, but again, I'm not actively watching the chat, so if I mess something up horribly, y'all will yell at me and I'll miss it, and we'll just move on. But, okay. So we did the market action. So now, Psychic's Shanty. Roll a die. Okay? Oh, no, this is the red one. It doesn't matter, technically, what die I roll, but I want to try and keep them color coordinated. 7. Read entry 303. Okay, so now what I do in the app is I'm going to type in 303 and click YAR. Okay, let's play it.
You have placed your faith in a fool. You do not see him for who he truly is, and this blind faith will lead you and those near you to a haze my sight cannot pierce. I fear your future is cursed.
Well, that was horrible. I gain a discontent, so the crew is a little bit angrier now. I also gain a misfortune, which means on future skill checks, or my next skill check, I'm going to roll 2 dice and take the lower of the 2 values, and then I can discard the token. That was not fun! Boo! Okay, well, oh, and I lock action 4. So if I stay on this page, I cannot go back to action number 4. Alright, here, we're going to move these off as we do them. Alright, working the ship. Choose 2 of the following. I can repair the hull, scare off pesky seagulls, chart a course, or rummage through others' belongings. Huh. Interesting. So what's cool about this solo mode specifically is stealing treasure gets me a treasure from the deck, and it gains me an infamy, which helps me get stars. So that actually seems like a pretty cool thing to do. Although this one gets me a supply and 3 infamy to scare off the seagulls. I think we're going to do that, friends. So what we're going to do, we're going to scare off pesky seagulls. I gain 1 supply and 3 infamy. So 1 would go up, so it goes to the bottom. Does that count as 2? Yeah, 2. And then this would be 3. And since I hit the top of the infamy track, I will mark one of the dots off on my sheet. And we're going to go ahead and mark off this one, because that's the closest to a constellation event. Okay. Oh, so then that was one of them. I get to choose 2 of them. So what's the other one I want to do? Let's chart a course. I get to scout 2 spaces and gain 1 in navigation. So I'm going to mark off the first space in my navigation track on my sheet here. And it does have a star on it, but I don't gain stars, I gain infamy. So I go up 1 on the infamy track. And then, what was the other thing I do? Oh, I get to scout 2 spaces. So scouting 2 spaces means I draw 2 navigation tiles. A giant moth just landed on the window outside of my room. Okay, it flew away. Oh no, it's right there. That is huge. It's outside, it's fine. It's really big though. So I grab 2 navigation tiles and I place them next to either the ship or spaces that the ship has already explored. So we're going to put it here, and I don't think I can continue on from there. I think we're just going to put it here. That way we'll have 2 options when we're moving. And then once they're placed, I do get to flip and reveal them. Ooh, that one's scary. So, interestingly enough, if I had been moving the ship and encountered this, I would have had to stop moving because it has an exclamation point on it. But since I was just scouting, I get to reveal them, and now I know that if I go there, it would be bad, so we're probably going to go down there. But it looks like there's another ship. It could be another ship or an island. We don't know. Okay, so that was all 4 of my actions. And so we do round end, read entry 808. So, okay, so threat plus 1. So I assume that's a threat check. And my threat is 0, so I think I'm fine. I'm just gonna make sure. Y'all, somebody will put it in the chat probably, but yeah. When a game effect causes a player to gain or lose. Oh no, it's adding threat. Oh, I add a threat. Okay. Somebody would have put that in the chat already, but I gain a threat. Starting with the player with the highest infamy and proceeding clockwise, each player with 1 or more constellation event tokens must resolve their constellation events. Don't have any of those yet. Then the highest infamy player must choose one of the following. So I am obviously the only player, so I'm just choosing. So we either stay on this page and we lose crew, or we leave this page. I think, I'm missing solo rule number 7 is what somebody said. Whenever you would gain a skill for any reason, you must spend 1 supplies to gain the skill. If you cannot or choose not to, you don't gain the skill. Ooh, okay. That is a good note. And it's bold on here, too. Apparently, I'm not the only person who would have missed this. So, I gained a skill in swagger and navigation. So, I'm going to lose 2 supplies. Thank you for pointing that out. If I don't watch the chat, I'm going to have to make terrible decisions on my own. If you get a treasure, you have to pay with a supply. I think it was probably just the skill one. Okay, cool. We're good. Apologies, friends. Learning new games on my own has always been tough for me, so I tend to forget little bits and pieces. And yeah. Okay, so we scouted ahead, we did some stuff. I don't think I want to stay on this page. I don't want to lose crew. So we're going to move on. So we're going to click leave and see what happens. The highest infamy player moves the ship 1 space. Read the entry listed on the new space. Okay, so we are going to move down here to entry, I believe that's 19. Yes, I'm just making sure that I'm reading them properly since they are upside down. 0, 1, 9. All right, let's see what it says.
On the horizon, you notice a small island heavily guarded by the Royal Navy. Unable to land, you turn away but notice a small frigate racing toward you, oddly turning away from the island as well.
Private ship!
Shouts the lookout from above.
El Pavo Real! I see a lot of people on deck! More than normal! Passenger ship, Maysby!
The crew cheers at this, eager for plunder.
El Pavo Real?
A young man next to you asks, his face turning white.
Oh, I have people on that ship. People who matter. Please, you're a senior member of the crew. Help me, and I'll give you something sparkly I recently found.
Oh man, we have to make a decision. Okay, so you all are gonna help me pick. I either tell the sailor rules are rules and El Pavo Real is fair game, or I take the young man's treasure and help convince the crew. So I imagine, so here's what's interesting is should I play it story-wise or game-wise, you know, because I imagine being piratey is going to gain me infamy, which is going to gain me stars, which will get me a win in the game. But I like being a nice person, so I'm very curious to know what you all are going to say, whether we should say rules are rules or take the treasure and help convince the crew not to go after the ship. Okay, well the first 2 people both said help him. So I'll wait a few more seconds to see what anybody else says, but I know he sounded so desperate, right? I feel like helping people might help, like, maybe he'll help me later or something. Oh, 2 people said take the treasure. So that's we're helping him. We're taking the treasure. All right, here we go.
I'm telling ye, El Pavo Real is a nightmare born in hell and set loose upon the waves. You stand by the mizzenmast calling out to the crew. When those souls of the damned board your ship, they don't come for booty and supplies. Oh no, they leave your souls with the very skin flayed from your corpses.
Well, forget 'em then.
Shouts a toothless sailor.
I'll be liking my skin right where it is.
Many among the crew agree. And minutes later, your ship flees from what could have been easy prey.
Okay. I think we made a good decision, friends. So we remove the navigation token. We remove navigation token 19 from the game. Okay, so this is... I'm just here now, and this is gone. I gain a treasure. So I just draw one from the deck. Whoop. And flip that one over, whatever it was. I'm going to put it in the middle so I don't... even though I didn't see it. And then I turn to page 7... Turn to page 7 in the book. Yes, okay. And then I'll check threat, which threat is only 1, so we're fine on threat. What treasure did I get? A colorful canvas. I can discard this card to gain supplies +2 or hull +2. That seems helpful. Okay, and then we're turning to page 7. So we'll move all of this stuff and the lock token, and we're going to go to page 7. Oh, and I just flipped right to it. Okay. So this little exclamation mark symbol means that there's a warning. It says, stay in at sea too long will put a lot of wear and tear on the hull. So it's basically telling me that if I stay on this page for longer than probably 1, that the hull is going to get damaged. So we don't want to stay at sea too long. So we're going to we're going to click done. And we're going to start the timer, and I haven't looked at anything yet. So here we are. Here we go. Oh, wait, I'm going to check the chat first, make sure. Let's see here. Nathan said that we're terrible pirates. I mean, that's accurate. I would be the worst pirate ever. So, all right, here we go, friends. Okay. Hungry crew, somebody has to do that no matter what, but it doesn't count as one of the things. Chart a course, explore, spearfish, talk to crew. That seems like a good thing to do. Captain's quarters, sail. Oh, exclamation point means someone has to do it. So somebody has to go there. Let's go explore. Okay. I'm done. All right, so we're good time-wise. Okay, so what are we doing here? So hungry crew has to be done no matter what. So it says, when the hungry crew action appears on a page, no player may choose it. Instead, the lowest infamy player resolves the hungry crew action in addition to their chosen action. I guess I'll just do it first since it is first. I assume. So choose one of the following. Feed the hungry crew. Spend a number of supplies equal to the current hunger. And the hunger is shown in this tiny number at the bottom of this track. So since I currently have 9 crew, I'd have to lose 5 supplies to feed the crew. That's a lot. If you do not have enough supplies, you cannot choose this option. I can ask the crew to go hungry, which gets us some discontent. But I do gain swagger and infamy. Oh no, I lose an infamy. Let them raid the supplies. I gain a lot of infamy. If supplies are at 0, discontent +2. Otherwise, lower supplies to 0. Ooh, so I would lose all of the supplies. Man, is it going to be easy to gain supplies again? Because this is... Oh, man. I don't want to feed them, but I feel like I should. I don't want +2 discontent. We're going to feed the crew. Just this once, we're going to feed the crew. It's the beginning of the journey. We'll keep them happy. We'll feed them. It's fine. So 5, so 8 goes to 3. We're going to need some more supplies. Unfortunately, I didn't go somewhere that's going to get me supplies, so we'll see what happens. All right, explore. Choose 2 of the following. I can fight a walrus, hunt for treasure, set some traps, or search the sunken ship. Interesting. I get to choose 2. Perform a hunting check. That looks too difficult. I'd have to roll a 10+. All right, we're going to fight a walrus for the first one, which gives me brawn +1. And I have to lose a supply to do that. I do get a star, though. So I am going to fill in this constellation marker. And I gain one of these little exclamation point tokens. Feed the crew or they'll feed the sharks with you. Okay. So then... Somebody said I should search the sunken ship. Okay, everybody wants me to search the sunken ship, so I'm just going to pick that one for my second action. I read entry 226. Yes, making sure I'm reading that properly. 226. Yar.
While rooting through the captain's quarters aboard the sunken ship, you find a highly detailed model of that same ship. Weirdly, the model depicts the ship in the same sunken state it is currently in. Unable to shake your unease, you crack the model open and discover, in the miniaturized captain's quarters, an even smaller version of the model ship. You set the model down and quickly return to your ship, where you spend the next half an hour deep in prayer.
Oh no! Oh no! We gained 2 misfortune, so our next 3 skill checks are going to be real bad, friends. I do gain 2 reroll tokens, so that's good. And I lock action number 3. Okay, can't go back there. I don't know if the sunken ship was a good option. Okay, talk to the crew. Choose 2 of the following. Trade with a crewmate. I can either gain a reroll or discard a treasure to draw 1 treasure. I kind of like my treasures. Play hide and seek. I gain hunting. Or challenge another pirate. Choose 1 skill and 1 other player. Both you and that player must perform a check of the chosen skill. Whoever has the highest result, infamy +3, and steal 1 treasure of your choice from the other player. So, I'm a little confused as to how that one would work in the solo game. Do I basically just get to gain 3 infamy, take a treasure, and gain another infamy for stealing a treasure? That seems a little bit too good. But that's how I'm interpreting how that would go. No, so Con, hi, you cannot play this game without the app. You need the app to play the game. But it is a web-based app, so it works on any browser, on a phone or a computer or whatever. Matryoshka doll of sunken ships. Yeah, it was creepy. So yeah, I want to challenge another pirate if I can, but it seems too good to be true, because it would give me a lot of infamy. Because yeah, in the solo rules specifically, it says if it tells you to steal a treasure, you can instead gain treasure normally, and if you do... Oh, no, discontent goes up, not infamy. That's why it's not good. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. I think I still want to do that. So what we're going to do... we're going to trade with a crewmate, and I'm going to gain a reroll token. Then I'm going to challenge another pirate. So technically 2 of the pirates would be battling in one of the skills. I am the only pirate, so I'm going to gain 3 infamy. 1, 2, 3. And then steal a treasure, which means I draw a treasure and gain a discontent. So discontent's going to go up by 1, and I'm going to draw a treasure. Alt Art Jolly Roger. Discard to add 3 to the results of all players' skill checks for the rest of the round. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, very cool. I know you all can't see my cards super well. I wonder... I can put them... Oh, but then I'm worried I'm going to forget to use them if I don't have them facing me. If you steal a treasure in solo, you draw 1 and gain discontent. Yep, okay. I figured it out. I just had the wrong term. Thank you, though, Joseph. All right, so we did that. Okay, Captain's Quarters. Fill in the next Captain's Quarters box on the ship log and read the entry. All right, Captain's Quarters, we read entry 43.
Begging pardon, Captain, you say, knocking on the door to his quarters. I was hoping I could speak to you about this sailing past the ocean's edge business. Some of the crew be worried, Captain.
I'll stop you right there, me matey.
He interrupts. Vance points to a group of books lying on the table.
All these I swiped from the Bond family when I was a boy. They speak of the land of sunset, A world of unimaginable riches and magic. And everyone shares such similarities that I'm convinced they ain't just coincidence.
But how do you know they ain't just stories, Captain? The captain sighs, as if he's explained this all before.
I'll tell you what, me matey. You settle the crew down a bit, and I'll fill you in on some more, once we have a moment to rest up on land.
You nod and walk away, feeling no better, but you still do your best to calm the crew.
Oh, okay, cool. So we lose a discontent, and I gain a skill by choice. One in navigation, which does not have a star, but now I have 2 navigation, and I have to lose a supply because I gained a skill. I'm gonna maybe forget that. We're gonna try and keep remembering. Okay, so that's cool. Alright, so that's done. Now we go to sail. Navigation +1. Oh, well that's funny. And it does have a star, so we're gonna fill out another star. Oh no, wait, I don't get a star. I get an infamy. Dang it! This one's not. And that one wasn't either. Right? No. Okay, that's the only one. Okay, I'm fine. Gain an infamy, not a star. This one is not here yet. I'm trying to remember. Somebody's going to put it in chat. But I think I'm good now. Did not gain that star yet. Okay. Navigation +1. Done. Did that now. Then perform a navigation check. Oh, well, that's... Oh! I should have known that the navigation check was coming because the white symbol means that. Well, I did something smart without realizing it. Okay. So, navigation check, which... We got the yellow one down here. But I have to roll 2 dice and take the lower value because of these. So we're going to do this. So it would be a 5 plus 3, which would be 8. I think I'm okay with that. So then I'm not going to use a reroll. So I'm going to discard one of my miscontent tokens. Discontent? Whatever it's called. And I have an 8 total. So we read the middle one here. Okay, infamy +1. That's good. So infamy goes to the beginning, and this is when I gain a star, so this star is now legit. The one that I filled in earlier, we're good. I'm going to put the word yes next to it. So I remember that if I cross out, I don't have an eraser, so I can't fix it. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay, you may spend supplies and or hull to move the ship. For every 2 supplies hull spent, move the ship 1 space. Oof. I don't have a lot of supplies, though. What should I do? Should I spend 1 supply and 1 hull to move? I kind of want to move down here, but we don't know what we're going to get from the tokens, is the thing. I think I'm only going to move 1, but you all should, I'm going to wait and let you all tell me whether I should do that or not. These up here. I don't see anything in the chat. Is it not refreshing? That's weird. Nothing is happening in the chat. Someone tell me if you're still here. Oh, okay, good. Somebody said something. I got worried. Move 1. Sure, okay. Let's do it. So I'm going to lose... I'm actually going to lose 2 hulls. I'm going to keep 1 supply. Yeah, I'm going to... Oh yeah, that's true. I could just not gain skills. But I need to get my supplies back up at some point. So we'll do 1 supply and 1 hull to move 1 space. So we draw one of these tokens. Put it here. And move on to it. But I don't read the thing, I don't think, when I do it this way. Yes, when moving the ship, do not go to the entry listed on the new space until directed to. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Okay. It doesn't say anything about anything with that right now, so we're going to go to entry 802 because it's the end of the round. Yeah. Yar. Threat +1. Uh-oh. We're gonna... This is gonna be bad in a second. I don't know how to remove threat. We're gonna have to figure out how to do that at some point. Starting with the player. Okay, yeah. Players with one or more Constellation event tokens must resolve their Constellation events. Okay, that's me. So I resolve my Constellation event. So I go into my little book and do my first Constellation event. For each token discarded, fill in the next unfilled below. Okay. And read its corresponding text. All right, this is my first Constellation event. I squirmed as it slid down my mouth. It wasn't the worst thing I've eaten, but the thought of eating a live miniature aardvark made my stomach do cartwheels. Pirates sure do have an expansive array of things they qualify as food. Supplies +3! Yay! Friends, we have supplies again. I'm excited. Okay, well that was a nice little benefit from my Constellation event. I'm very excited. Did the ship move this round? Yes. Read the entry listed on the ship's new space. Okay, it's 2? Yeah. I don't know if I have to type in the zeros, but I'm doing it, so whatever. Here we go.
The flag on the merchant ship bears the royal crest with a large bumblebee emblazoned over it.
The Bumblebee Delivery Service. Easy pickings, me hearties.
Laughs the captain.
Place your bets now on what they're hauling. Is it dry goods, chests of coin, or maybe beautiful barrels of rum?
Okay, remove navigation token 002 from the game. Okay, done. Flip a loaded cannon to its unloaded side. Oh no! I have no loaded cannons now. If you cannot... Okay, we did that. Set dial A to 5. I don't actually know what that means. I guess I'll find out later. Turn to page 53. Okay. It's a lot of pages. Alrighty. Hit done. Okay, this says, so we got another exclamation mark. It says, a cornered crew is a dangerous crew. We gotta take out their crew before they do the same to us. Oh no, there's fighting. Do you hear it? Okay, just reading, making sure I'm not missing anything in the chat. Okay, so we're on a ship. I need, I need to get rid of threat, which is probably not going to happen on a ship. I need more supplies. I'd like to repair the ship if I can. This track is pretty good. Oh man. Alright, friends. I'm going to start the timer, and we're just going to make some decisions real quick. I haven't looked. Here we go. Okay. I mean, Parley seems smarter. I do have a brawn. Oh! Let's recruit. Okay, how do we get supplies? Loot the cannons. We're going to do that. Fight enemy crew. Do I want to fight or do I want to parley? I think I want to fight. Loot treasure. And recruit crew. Okay. Oh gosh. Timer's almost out. I'm done. I'm not doing parley. See, I'm being a real pirate this time, friends. Okay. Okay. Fight enemy crew. Brawn +1. So I have to lose a supply to do that, but I'm going to do it. So brawn Goes up by 1. There is a star, so I gain an infamy. Okay. Then perform a brawn check. Oh no, but I have the misfortune tokens, so that's not going to be good. All right, let's roll 2. Pick the. I have to do the lower value. Oops. Roll over here. 11 and 5. So 5 plus 2 would be 7. I think that's probably fine. I don't know. We'll go with it. So I discard one of those. Okay. Reduce a dial by 1. Wait, no, reduce a dial A by 1. Sorry, I'm reading upside down. I don't know if that's good or bad. Reroll plus 1. Okay, I get a reroll token. Okay. And then... Oh, I didn't lose the supply for gaining the brawn, did I? No. Doing that now. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but I don't think I did. Okay, so that one's done. Loot treasure. Hunting plus 1. I've got supplies, why not? And that gives me a star, which instead gives me an infamy. Then, if action 2 was chosen by 1 or more players this round, perform a hunting check. Oh no. Or is that good? Oh, I get it. I would have had to fight them to loot the treasure. That makes sense. And that's actually really cool. Okay. Hunting check. Oh no, we're re-rolling. So I believe I can choose what I re-roll. I don't think I have to re-roll both of them. Somebody can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna keep the 8 and I'm gonna re-roll the 1. Hey, it's an 8! Okay, I'm gonna keep that. So it's 8 plus 1 is 9, which is here. Treasure plus 1, infamy plus 2. Okay, so I get a treasure, which is my 4th, so that I'm maxed out on treasure. I keep forgetting that I even have treasures. Oh, I had plus 1 to navigation earlier. I don't think that would have changed anything. When you fill in a star on your constellation, discard all your misfortune tokens. Well, that would have been good 2 misfortune tokens ago. I always forget my items in any game I play. It's inevitable. And plus 2 infamy. 1, 2. Awesome. Okay, that one's done. Recruit crew. Swagger plus 1. Oh, I didn't lose the supplies for gaining the hunting either. Friends. But if I gain swagger, I have to do it again. I don't think I'm going to do it for swagger. Okay. Then, if action 2 was chosen by 1 or more players this round, which it was, perform a swagger check. Okay, let's just perform the swagger check without increasing my swagger. I already have 1 swagger, so let's see here. 3 and 3. So do I have to spend 2 reroll tokens if I want to reroll 2 dice, is the question. Or is a reroll token good for any number of dice? Let's find out. Mm-hmm. 1 die. I have to spend a token for every die. Ooh, that's not fun. Well... So I would have to spend 2 tokens right now if I wanted to. I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm just going to take it. I'm going to get rid of my last misfortune token and just gain 1 crew. Oh, I can only gain 1 anyway. So haha, that would help if I was paying attention. We're good. Okay. And then we're going to loot the cannons. Aim plus 1. I have 1 supply left. I'm going to take it. So I'm losing my last supply, gaining an aim. I don't know if this is the way I should be doing this or not, which gives me a star, so I take an infamy. Okay. Then, if action 2 was chosen by 1 or more players this round, choose 2 of the following. Okay? I can steal gunpowder, supplies plus 1, but we're definitely doing that. Then steal cannon parts, upgrade one cannon by 1 level, or steal a small cannon, gain 1 loaded level 1 cannon, steal a big cannon, read entry 509. Ooh, that's tempting, but it also sounds dangerous. I don't think we're gonna get a big cannon off the ship. I know you all are gonna want me to do it, and we went into the sunken ship last time. I think this time I'm gonna take a guarantee, and I want a loaded cannon. If there are no level 1s available, though, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't have any other level 1s. I only have level 2, 3, 4. No. Cannons! Doesn't specify. It says you can discard cannons to make room for new ones, but so I guess we're not gonna. We'll just, you know what? We'll just upgrade a cannon. So we'll turn this level 1 into a level 2, but it's still unloaded because it was unloaded before. All right. That's fine. All right, into the round. 825.
Oh, sweet mother!
Cries a horrified crew member of the other ship.
They've killed Lil Gertie!
You look down at the burly woman you just ran through with your sword.
I love you all.
She gasps.
Be true to each other.
She gives one last wheezy gasp before her eyes gloss over.
Monster!
Cries another crew member. Holding a fist in the air, he begins to chant,
Lil Gertie! Lil Gertie!
Others of his crew join in, and you begin to feel awkward, standing there with your sword stuck in the woman and all. You pull it free, but the ensuing mess you make only incites the crowd further.
Mark my words, you beast!
Spits a woman with patches over both eyes.
We will not soon forget this vile deed! She was the best of us! She helped me turn me life around! Helped all of us! Oh, there shall be a response! Blood for blood! Revenge for Lil Gertie! Revenge!
And all of her crew, including 1 or 2 confused members of your own crew, take up the chant.
Confused members of my own crew. All right, infamy +3. That's awesome. So 1, 2, 3. So I gain a star because I hit the top of the infamy track. Reroll +1. Okay, get a lot of reroll tokens. That's good. Continue. Okay. Reduce hull, crew, and or supplies by a total of X. X equals the value of dial A. Oh no! The highest infamy player moves the ship 1 space. Read the entry listed on the ship's new space. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Okay. Well. Oh man, we gotta repair the boat. We gotta do some stuff, friends, or we're gonna lose this game. Alright, we're gonna go reduce the crew by 2, because they'll be easier to feed. And we'll reduce the supplies by 1. And the hull by 1. It's all very dangerous. Okay, so then we move the ship 1 space. Oh, well, here, I have to actually grab a token first. What do we got? 28. This is where we were. This is where we're going. 28.
You come across a sandy, uninhabited island.
Oh, that's all it's going to read. I was like waiting for more, and that's it. Okay, remove navigation token 28 from the game. Done. Place special location token 955 on this space. Do not read the entry at this time. Okay. 955. Return all revealed navigation tokens face down to the pile. Does that mean those are not the ones removed from the game? Those would be the ones on the board. Turn to page 25. Check threat. Okay, so we're going to have to do threat in a second because it is 2. So that means these... I assume the starting tile stays because that's not a navigation token, correct? Okay, this one is though. So this gets returned face down to the pile. Mix those up a little bit so I could theoretically get it again. There, it's reasonably mixed. Okay. Turn to page 25. Sandy Beach. Okay, check threat. Okay, the threat is 2, so I have to mark a threat event on my sheet, and we read an entry. Okay, so 791 is what I have to read for the threat.
A sickly-looking parrot crashes onto the deck. The crew gathers around it, thinking it is surely dead.
Oh, the poor little blighter.
Blubbers sad Sally.
Stop your weeping.
Captain Vance chuckles as he pushes everyone aside.
This here is me old parrot Flapjacks, and believe me,
Flapjacks?
he will outlive us all. What is it, me boy?
Flapjack jumps to life, rustling the sad patch of feathers on his back.
Razor on the move!
The parrot squawks.
Razor coming for you! Coming for you all!
The crew gasps, fearing what Captain Razor would do if he found them.
Let's get moving then.
Captain Vance shouts.
Okay. The Razor's coming for us. Discontent increases by 1. Move special location token 962 1 space toward the ship. 962. Oh, okay. That's this one. Well, since these two are equidistant, I'm going to move it to this one. Because that seems more advantageous for me. Uh-oh. So that's the Razor. That's what's game over if it gets to me. Are they on the same space? No, but just barely. Remove all threat from the threat track. Oh, okay. Cool. I don't know what happens if it reaches me, aside from I think it ends the game. So, but a parrot named Flapjacks is the best thing ever. Okay, so we're on a sandy beach. So here, we need supplies. I want to repair the boat. We need to do some stuff, friends. I don't know. We're gonna start the timer and I'm gonna make some decisions. Here we go. Okay. Shipwreck has supplies on it. It also has a skill check on it, but that's okay. We're gonna do it anyway. Enter cave. That could be anything. I definitely want to gather food because I need supplies. Working the ship would also give me supplies. Rest. Sounds good, but I don't know what it does. Enter cave. That could be dangerous. I think we're at a weird place right now, so I'm gonna say rest, and we'll do something more interesting next time, maybe. Okay, oh gosh, the timer was almost out. Okay, I'm done. We're fine. Whew, that was close. Okay. Oh, I can have 2 people repair. Or work the ship. Yeah, you're right. I forgot I can assign 2 people to the green ones. That's fine. I like spreading them out because it's fun to do more things, even if that's not necessarily the smartest thing. Okay, shipwreck. Exploration +1. Cannot do that because I don't have any supplies to spend. Then perform an exploration check. Okay, I have nothing in exploration currently, but I do only have to roll 1 die, luckily. So, let's roll something good. A 2 is not good. We're going to reroll. Oh gosh. 10 is much better. Oh, but it's only the second one tier. Well, it's a 12-sided die. It ain't going to get much better than that. I would have had 11 if I had actually had the supplies to take the whatever, but that's fine. So 7 to 10. Supplies +1. Boo. Not enough. Treasure +1. Okay, so am I allowed to use these treasure cards at any time? Because if that's the case, I'm just gonna... I might be cheating, whatever. I'm gonna discard the colorful canvas. I can discard to gain supplies or hole +2. So I'm gonna discard it and gain supplies +2. And then I'm gonna gain the treasure from this. If I'm cheating, I'm cheating. It's whatever. Fine leather gloves. At the end of each round, you may discard... Okay, so that one's done. You are on gather food. Okay. Hunting +1. Do I want to gain a hunting? I have to lose a supply to do it. But I'm hopefully going to gain more supplies. So let's do it. So we're going to... There's no star on that one, so I don't gain any extra infamy. I lose a supply. Okay. Then perform a hunting check. So I have +2 to this roll. What is that? 6 would be 8. Sure. 7 to 13. Supplies +3, reroll +1. That's what I'm talking about. So that goes to 5, and I get a reroll token. That's much better. All right. Rest. Discontent -1. Ooh, that's good. If you were the last player to resolve the rest action this round, read entry 335. Okay. We can do that.
I heard you spent the day lounging out on the beach,
says Captain Vance.
Good on ya. It's important to kick up your peg leg and just relax from time to time.
I did plenty of that, you assure him.
There's a special type of crab that lives down on that beach.
Continues the captain.
Fascinating creatures. Did you see them? Exceptionally intelligent. They live together very much like humans do. Even seen them sharing with one another. I once watched a wee crablin take care of an elder, and I tell ya, it touched me heart. There's a lot we can learn from animals, I says. Say, what you got in that big bag there?
Some food I caught while I was out. You answer warily.
It's stuff with crab, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Killed them all, did you?
With a rock, you admit.
No.
Well,
says the captain, and he gives a weary sigh.
Guess I'll have to get old Cookie to whip up some of his famous tartar sauce.
Supplies +3? Oh man, we got supplies again, friends. Alright. Infamy +2. That's good also. Lock action 4. That's fine. Where's the lock? I'm probably not staying on this page anyway. I'm gonna get the heck away from that ship. The Razor. Captain Razor. Alright, work the ship. Choose 2 of the following. I can repair the hull. Hull +1. Oh, and I can choose that multiple times if I want. Scare off pesky beach crab. Supplies +1. Infamy +3. Ooh, that's also tempting. Chart a course. Scout 2 spaces. Ooh, that's also very tempting. Rummage through others' belongings. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay. So, we definitely want to repair the hull. At least once. Like, that seems important. At least once. I'm not going to do it twice, though. And then I could increase my navigation. Chart a course. I think scouting is good because then I'll be able to get away from the ship more easily. So when I chart a course, can I reveal this space and this space, or does it have to be 2 next to the ship or to other spaces that I've already revealed? Am I allowed to chart these 2? I'm curious. That's where I'm a little confused as to which, when I'm charting 2 spaces, scouting. It says to a previously placed navigation token, so I assume not on this turn. Oh my goodness. So, I like gaining extra supplies in infamy, but I think scouting is smarter. So we're going to chart a course. So I'm going to scout 2 spaces. So I'm going to grab 2 tokens, and then I'm going to place them here, here, and then we reveal them both. Okay, so this one. And this one. Well, they're both nice. That one has a ship in it. Or when I say nice, they're not like evil looking. Okay, that's good to know. And navigation +1. I am going to take that. So I'm going to reduce my supplies by 1 to take an extra navigation, which has a star on it, so that increases my infamy by 1. Awesome. Oh, I can do it like I said? Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's not bad to do it this way. It's fine. We'll see what happens. Next time I'll know. Okay, so let's see. Done. Alright, into the round. Read entry 811. Yar. Threat +1. Okay. Starting with the... Okay, each player with one or more constellation event tokens. Nope, I don't have any constellation events. Highest infamy must choose one of the following. We either stay and lose crew or we leave. I think we're going to leave. We got to get away from this ship, so we're going to leave. Move the ship 1 space. Read the entry listed on the new space. Okay, we're going to go here. So it's 27? Yeah.
A royal frigate bears down on you, but you're looking down at the bottle of bleached liver whiskey you hold in your hands. A final gift from your pa. He left the world as he entered it, drunk off his ass and naked. But at least he was kind enough to leave 1 bottle for you to drink and remember him by.
Okay. Here are our 2 options. Fashion the bottle of harsh, low-class whiskey, barely suitable for human consumption, into a flaming cocktail to be hurled at the enemy's ship. Or guzzle the whiskey, preferring to die drunk and happy than sober and screaming. I feel like I'm going to let you all pick. I mean, I'm going to influence the decision potentially, but I can either make a Molotov cocktail out of my dad's whiskey or drink it. Those are our options. So if y'all are in the chat, let me know what you want me to do, and I will take your opinions into consideration. Oh, man. Matt said, I'm watching this with one eye open to get the true pirate experience. Alright, well, Goofy says I should throw it. Jerry says I should guzzle it. Timon says I go down swinging, so that's another vote for throw. Oh, and then another vote for drink it. So we're split. Very 50-50 so far. Oh, man. It's 50-50 on what y'all are saying in the chat. Your dad would have wanted you to burn things. Throw it. Both. I wish I could do both. I have to choose one or the other. You know what, friends? This was our final gift from our dad. So we should clearly light it on fire and throw it at the other ship. I actually think I would have chosen drink it, but most of the chat is saying throw it. So now if it goes wrong, I can blame you all. Here we go.
Every eye on the ship stares at you in wonder. Screams of burning sailors assault your ears, and you watch the frigate burn into the water in its entirety. A howling vortex of flame and death.
Matey!
Gasped Captain Vance in both wonderment and fear.
What in the unholy hells was in that bottle?
A drunk father's love, you answer.
Alright, we remove navigation token 27 from the game. Aim +1. Alright, I'll take it. We've got the supplies. So, no star on that one, but we do lose supplies for taking another thing. Discontent -1. Awesome. We're back down to 0. Turn to page 7 and then check threat. Check the threat is fine. So let's go to page 7. All right. So So this is the same warning we saw earlier. Staying at sea too long will put a lot of wear and tear on the hull. So we don't want to stay too long. I don't know when it's most advantageous to stay in one place for multiple turns. But I think I'm going to keep moving around, and I don't know whether that's accurate or not. But I think you all made the right choice there, clearly. So good job, chat. Thank you for saving me from doing the, like, nostalgic, like, sentimental thing. Okay, we have to choose actions, and I don't want to look at what is going to happen. So we're out at sea. I'm going to click start timer. Here we go. So somebody is going to have to do Hungry Crew. Someone has to sail because it's got an exclamation point, but I don't put anything on Hungry Crew. Then we have to, let's see. I'm going to do Captain's Quarters, Spearfish. I'm actually going to chart a course as well. We're going to try and safely get away from the ship. I think. Ooh, but this one. Oh no! I get discontent. I wasn't done. I really wasn't done. I kind of placed them, but I really had not decided. So that's my bad. I will take the discontent because I didn't decide well enough. Okay. So first one is chart. Oh, so no, would we do Hungry Crew first? So, oh yeah, this is where the supplies are going to be. Oof. I might ask them to go hungry. Shoot, no, I can't do that. I forgot about feeding the crew. But I only have to feed them 4 this time. I would let them go hungry, but it adds lots of bad things. It lowers my infamy and it raises discontent by 2. It does give me swagger, but then I have to pay supplies for that too, since I'm playing the solo game. And raiding the supplies does not seem good because I have a lot right now. So we're going to feed them. I hate it, but we're going to feed them. Okay. So that one's done. So then chart a course, exploration +1. I don't have any exploration yet. I am going to gain an exploration. So that gave me a star, which instead gives me an infamy, and I have to spend a supply for gaining a skill. Where am I? Okay, then perform an exploration check. Okay. Oh no, I'm on the other one. I know it doesn't matter, but whatever. 7 + 1 is 8. Scout 3 spaces. Heck yeah! Okay. So we're gonna scout. This one. This one. And this one. I kind of want to come over here, but let's see what all's going on. So let's do this. That looks all foggy. It's an island. This one. Oh no! That looks scary. Alright. Alright, we scouted 3 spaces, so now at least we know. I do get to lower discontent for feeding the crew. Oh, you're right, I do. I missed that. Thank you. Because it was after the if you cannot do this part of the description. Alright, cool. Spearfish. Aim +1. I'm not going to take that. Then perform an aim check. Okay. Purple die. So I have +2 to whatever this roll is. Whoa! 12 + 2. 14. Oh, wow. Okay. Where are my spearfish? +3 supplies. 1, 2, 3. And +1 treasure. Well, I'll have to discard a treasure, but I have one that I don't like. Oh, I keep forgetting about this one. Technically, I have aim +1. What did I have? 14? 15? 15 doesn't change anything. And I keep forgetting this one. So for when I sail, I have an extra navigation as well. I'm going to keep that one even though I keep forgetting to use it. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the fine leather gloves. What'd I get? Fake beard. Discard all of your misfortune tokens and gain reroll +2. Okay. I have 2 different things that'll let me discard misfortune tokens now, so that's awesome. That was a really good one. All right, captain's quarters. Fill in the next captain's quarters box. Okay. And then read the entry. All right, 44.
You run past Captain Vance, trying to hold back your tears.
What's wrong, me matey?
He asks. I don't want to talk about it. You blubber, salty tears running down your cheeks. The captain sighs.
Your heart got broken again, didn't it?
You give a sorrowful nod.
Lordy be, you're one of them pirates of the new generation. Always talking about your feelings and whatnot.
It's not fair, Captain. You sniffle. You give someone your heart. You don't expect him to just hurl it back in your face. Captain Vance chuckles at this.
I had me heart broken once,
he says.
Beautiful lass, my Esmeralda. Smartest little thing I ever saw. Hair red like fire. And she set a fire in me bed, too. I loved her, I did. But the lure of me life's quest took me away from her one time too many. She ended it, of course. I still feel the pain of it right here.
And he taps his chest. You sniffle and wipe your snotty nose on your jacket sleeve. How do you get over it, Captain?
Several pipefuls of crystallized sour cap mushrooms. Hallucinated for 13 days. When I came to, I was wearing a new bear pelt and nothing else, and had the legendary treasure of Captain Ernest Birdwhistle in me hands. But, in your case, I'd just stick to letting some time pass, okay?
Yeah, okay, Captain.
Gain 1 skill of your choice. All right. Let's go for exploration, which gives me a star. So I get this, and I have to spend a supply. All right. All right, so that was captain's quarters. Now we're going to sail. Navigation +1. I'm not going to take that. Then perform a navigation check. Okay. Ooh, 3, not good. +4 is 7. Oh, actually, that's probably fine. Because I'm not going to get to 15 plus, most likely. All right. So, infamy +1. That's good. So we gain a star. Oh, on the front. We're going to go there. Okay. You may spend supplies and or a hull to move the ship. For every 2 supplies or hull spent, move the ship 1 space. Okay. We will spend 1 of each to move 1 space. I'm actually going to move on to this one, which was one of the spaces that started on the board. We're going to move there. I imagine something interesting might happen there since it was on the board to start off with. All right. Round end, entry 802. Threat +1. Starting with the player with the highest... Okay, yeah. Constellation event tokens. Do not have any of those. Did the ship move this round? Aw, no, you're very welcome, Mr. Nelson. So here's the thing. I am not much of a solo board game player, typically. But, you know, we're all in quarantine right now. This game just came out. I really wanted to play it. The designer posted the solo rules. I figured, why not give it a shot? So, I hope you all are enjoying the stream. So the ship did move. Entry listed is 957. Is Painted Caverns written on the ship's log? Uh-oh. It is not. Okay. Threat +1. Uh-oh. Turn to page 39. Oh man, so I got here too soon is what it's probably saying. Because I didn't have something. So 39. That's 53. Okay. 39. And then lock actions 2 and 3. I don't get to do some cool stuff here, apparently. Return all revealed navigation tokens face down to the pile. Okay. That's... Oh, no, this one's not... Oh. This one's not a navigation... Oh, no, it told me to put this one on the board earlier. That one stays. So these ones go. This actually is interesting. It makes sense that the things you reveal in advance would sometimes change because, like, if a ship was going by, it would keep moving. So it might not be there. Like, you scouted ahead, but in theory, you don't know. Sorry, I'm shuffling these to some degree. But it's not perfect. Whatever. Okay. Check threat. Yes, threat is bad. We need to do a threat. 792. So I bet you that this ship is going to move toward us again, is what I'm guessing. So 792.
Another visit from the parrot Flapjacks warns you of Captain Razor's approach. Captain Vance rewards the parrot with all the maple syrup you had on board, which leaves you wondering how Flapjacks is so long-lived. The next day, Old Cookie is furious that Flapjacks left nothing behind for his famous saltwater waffles.
I want a saltwater waffle. That sounds delicious. Although I'll eat any waffle. I love waffles. Okay. Discontent +1. So that's not good, but whatever. Supplies -1. That's really crummy. Move special location token 962 one space toward the ship. Okay. Are the ship and special location on the same space? No. Remove all threat. Okay. The app is great. Are you all seeing how wonderful this is? I love it so much. Okay. So we've got a couple of locked actions here. So we're going to probably do some... Okay, so here we go. We're going to start the timer. Here we go. Somebody's definitely going to go to the market. The Drunken Duck. We need to have at least 2 people work the ship. I need supplies. Ooh, Captain's Mission. We haven't had any of those yet. I'm going there. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Okay. I did it much faster this time since I ran out of time last time. Okay. Market. Swagger +1. I'm not going to take that. Then perform a swagger check. Okay. So I have 1 swagger currently. So I'm going to roll 9. So 10. Ooh, I'm 1 away. It's not going to get much better. It's fine. 10 is good. Okay. Choose 2 market options below. Okay. Get supplies for the crew. Supplies +2. Yes, definitely doing that. Gather news from the locals. No. Get something nice. No. Get a pair of neat sunglasses. No. Find a friend. Spend supply to retrieve a pirate pal of your choice from the story deck. What? Cards 1 through 6. I have to do that, right? I have to get a pirate friend. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I haven't done anything from the story deck. Oh no, these are the end of the deck. I need to go to the other side. Of my choice. Oh, we're doing this, friends. I mean, I could get more supplies, but why when we can take a friend? Saltwater caramel waffle sounds amazing. Chicago Twilight. Okay, so we can take a pirate pal, Mopey Monkey. Oh, okay. Mopey Monkey, Grumpy Guppy, hangry hippo, pale platypus, bearded bear, or trippy toucan. Oh, they all do the same things. No, they do not. Oh, they have different... Oh, they added different stats. Oh! I'm sorry, I'm very excited. Okay, so... Okay. So they add to my stats on my sheet, and each one does a different stat. My brawn, for instance, can never go above 2 on my sheet, so if I take the one that gives me more brawn, that might be really helpful. So I think I might do that. Which one's the brawn symbol? The little pirate hook? The hangry hippo gives me more brawn. But that's fighting. Am I going to be fighting? I'm probably not going to be fighting that much. What's the exploration one? Pale platypus. Swagger is my lowest currently. Maybe I should do swagger. Which animal is swagger? The bearded bear? Should we take the bearded bear? Okay, we're taking the bear. I want swagger. Because I only have 1 swagger so far. Okay, so these are not in order now. That's fine. I'll just leave them up here and I'll fix them later. Okay. Well, that was awesome. Okay, so that one's done. So now we got 2 people working the ship. Choose 2 of the following. Okay. Repair the hull. May choose multiple times. Okay, so one of these people is going to repair the hull twice. 1, 2. Just do that. Okay. Then the other one. Scare off pesky goats. Ooh, I like that one. Chart a course. Yeah. Okay. So here's what's interesting, is I've been heading toward this, but I haven't filled out a whole bunch of my constellations yet, so I'm going to have to wander around for a while and not let that ship catch up to me. This is dangerous. I feel like I've done this poorly. We got to get some more infamy, friends. So we're going to, for both of the actions here, for this person, we're going to do the scare off pesky goats. Oh no, I can't choose that one more than once. So we're going to choose it once. So I gain 1 supply, 3 infamy. 1, 2, 3. Here. And then I'll do that with the other person. 1 supply, 3 infamy. So each one of them did repair the hull and scare off pesky goats. Okay. Then captain's mission. Fill in the next captain's mission space. I haven't filled in any so far. Read entry 48.
Gathered around a fire, you and some of the crew listen to the captain read from one of his books.
All witches have a tell,
He says,
despite their ability to shapeshift, each form they might take will still carry the blackened spot upon the back of their neck. Beware the mark, for it means a witch in hiding. A witch in her true form is an alluring and hideous sight. Pale violet skin, eyes that glow like starlight, and...
The captain's voice trails off as Big Henry begins to snuffle, tears rolling down his cheeks.
What is it, Big Henry?
Vance sighs.
I think I'm a witch, Captain.
The large man bawls, pointing at a mole on his neck.
Big Henry, you're not a witch.
Groans Captain Vance.
Now all of you listen to me. I ain't reading this for fun. You'll understand soon enough, but this stuff could save your lives one day.
Everyone grows silent and listens as the old man picks up where he left off.
Alright, I gain 1 skill of my choice. I am going to take... Swagger. Which gives me a star, which gives me an infamy. So that goes up, and then I actually get a star, which it gives me a constellation thingy. Oh, and that takes me to a save point. Okay, cool. So at that point is probably where we'll end the stream, would be my assumption. Because I assume y'all aren't going to sit through like 4 hours of this. I don't know how long it actually takes. I know it's taking me a long time because I've been talking and explaining stuff. Oh, and I gained a skill, so I need to lose a supply. Almost forgot. Okay. Alright, so that was the captain's mission. So 818 is end of round. Threat +1. Okay, and then constellation event tokens. So I turn this in. Mark off the next constellation thing in my... And I will read you all my next constellation event. I buried the China Cup just as they told me to, marking the spot with an X so I'd remember where. I'm not quite sure what the point of it was. It doesn't seem to make much sense to collect it only to throw it in a hole on a random island I doubt I'll ever visit again. Oh well, it doesn't matter much anyway. Numerous possessions will likely get me stabbed or robbed on this ship. Gain 1 skill of my choice and gain a reroll. Okay, so I'll take the reroll. And... yeah, I'll take a skill. I'm gonna take hunting. And that it does have a star, so I gain an infamy. And I lose a supply. I'm getting a little bit better at remembering the extra solo rules. You played this scenario 2-player last night. That's awesome, Shuckle King. Nathan said he would watch for any amount of time, not busy during lockdown. Well, I mean, that's very kind, but obviously not everybody's going to sit around watching me play a solo board game all day. Okay, so then if I stay, I lose crew. If I could leave. I think we are going to leave. We're not going to stay here. Okay, so we move the ship 1 space. Alright, so we need to draw a spot. So that's going to go here. I'll flip it over. 29. We already did that one earlier. It got shuffled back in. So I assume I just type it in again. I think we had 29 earlier.
You and the crew land a rowboat on a small island. On it, you find the ruin of a village that has been burned to the ground.
Nice, must have been recent.
A crewman says.
Embers are still hot.
You come across what looks like a charred corpse, but when you attempt to search it, its eyes open.
Please. Help.
The woman coughs. Seeing her inevitable death, you set her down.
Wait.
She gasps.
I know I am to die. But could you stay with me until I do? Please.
Oh, man. I mean, what if the people who burned her and the village are still here, and if by staying, they come get us? I don't want... It's worded so, like, dramatically. We stay, or we leave her to die alone. Oh, man. I'm torn. Friends. Anybody in the chat have any suggestions on what we should do? I would like to stay. She's, you know, I would like to stay with her so she doesn't have to die alone, but I also recognize that, like, one of our crewmen said that this is recent. This is what just happened. Obviously, if this woman hasn't died yet. Timon says no, but I don't know what no means. So do we stay or leave? That's all I need to know. Do we stay? Do we leave? I'm inclined to leave, even though that sounds cruel. Mason Man says stay. Mr. Nelson says stay. Joanna says stay. All right, friends, y'all follow your heart and stay. All right, we're staying, even if it turns out to be bad.
She holds on for nearly 20 minutes more. And in the time you sit with her, she tells you her name is Rebecca. Before she passes, as thanks for staying with her, she shares with you the location of her hidden valuables she had stashed away. The crew does not find anything else on the island, so you hastily row back to the ship.
All right. Remove navigation token 29 from the game. Oh, that's right. We revealed 29 earlier, I think, but didn't explore it because that didn't get removed. That makes sense. Treasure +1. Okay. Well, I'll have to discard something. see, what did we get? Knife sharpener. When you gain 1 or more brawn, you may steal 1 treasure from another player. Well, I can't gain any more brawn, so we'll just discard that one. Easy enough. Turn to page 3, check threat. Okay. Yoink. Alright, we're out at open sea again, and threat is fine. Alright, so I have to choose my actions again, and we're going to start the timer and do that. Okay, somebody is going to have to do Hungry Crew. What do we need? Supplies. Only 1 person can fish. Ready cannons. That actually sounds like a good idea. And somebody has to go to sail. And talking to the crew... I'm actually going to put... Oh no, let's chart a course. Okay. Okay, what do we got? Hungry crew. So I'm going to... Oh no, we don't have enough supplies to feed the crew. Oh no! Well, things are about to get ugly. Alright. So I cannot spend 4 supplies because I don't have 4. So... Infamy plus 1, because I cannot choose that option. Yeah, it says, if you do not have enough supplies, you cannot choose this option, infamy plus 1. Okay, so I just get the infamy, I guess. I think? I don't know. Somebody can tell me if I'm wrong there, because you gain infamy from the other things. I'm not sure how that works. Check your treasure chest card. When you discard for going over, you get a supply. Oh! Okay, cool. Thanks, Joseph. Okay. So I can't choose that option, but it did say gain infamy plus 1, so I don't know if that's right or not. Ask them to go hungry. See, this would lose me infamy. So maybe I don't gain infamy from that. I don't know. Or let them raid the supplies. I would gain 4 infamy for this. Oh, you're right, though. I have 4 supplies. You chose one, so you can't choose that one. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. So we're going to lower the infamy. We're starting over. Because I have 4 supplies now. So I can actually feed them. Technically. I have 4 exactly. But if I... let them raid the supplies instead, it's going to drop to 0 anyway, and I'll gain more infamy. So it seems like the let them raid the supplies is a better option for me. So what we're going to do, we're going to raid the supplies. So it drops to 0, which it would have done anyway. We're doing the third option. Okay. Infamy plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. Chart a course. Exploration plus 1. I can't because I don't have any supplies, so cannot do that. Then perform the exploration check. Okay. Well, it looks like almost no matter what, I would have been, yeah, no matter what, I'm scouting 2 spaces. So we're going to scout, oh gosh, which pile? That one, and that one. Uh-oh. Hopefully we don't have to go down there. Is this one? Oh gosh, they're all bad. We'll see. Oh, but I did, no, I'm sailing, so. We'll see what happens. Okay. Fish. Hunting plus 1, can't do that. Then perform a hunting check. Alright. Hunting, I have 3 in, so plus 3 to whatever I roll. Let's re-roll that. We can do better. Six plus 3 is not 12. I'd have to roll a 9 or higher. Whatever, I'm not going to push my luck. We're just going to take it. So, supplies plus 2, treasure plus 1. When you gain 1 or more aim, you may steal treasure from another player. I'm going to discard it and take a supply. Okay. So that's it for that one. So ready cannons. Choose 2 of the following. Load a cannon. Spend 1 supply to flip an unloaded cannon to its loaded side. Okay. Spend 1 supply. I'm going to load the level 2 cannon there. I've been avoiding the bad ship that was chasing after us. Okay. Sail. Navigation +1. Not going to do that. Then perform a navigation check. Okay. I add 4 to my roll for this one. 11 plus 4 is 15. That's the last thing down here. Infamy +2. 1, 2. So I gain a star. You may spend supplies and or a hull to move the ship. For every 2 supplies or 1 hull, move the ship 1 space. Do we want to move? I don't think I want to move. I want to see if those... okay, I'll let you all decide. I can spend a supply and a hull to move onto this scary space, which is near the space that is our end goal for this half of the scenario. Or I can not move. Do you all want to see what happens in the scary space? Because I don't know. I assume it's bad. It looks like lightning. It looks like a storm. So I assume we'll lose stuff, and it'll be... and like, discontent might rise. Who knows? But I will let you all pick. Should we stay or should we move? Oh, so far all I've gotten in the chat is, Alright, somebody said don't move, maybe stay. Alright, we can stay. I wanted to give you all the option if you wanted to see. We might end up in dangerous areas anyway, so we'll stay for now. Because we haven't actually stayed, and so we can see what happens. Alright. Yeah, everybody says go next turn. Oh, a couple people said move. No, one person said move. I think everybody wants me to stay, so we're going to stay. Okay, that's fine. So that's end of round. Read entry 800. Okay, threat +1. Starting with, okay, constellation event tokens, no. Did the ship move? No. Hull, -1. Begin a new round on this page. Check threat. Okay, threat is gonna trigger. Uh-oh. 793.
Razor has come!
Flapjack squawks as he crashes into the lookout's face.
Doom is here! Doom is here!
Captain Vance tries to calm some of the crew down, but by nightfall, a few take off in a dinghy, fearing Captain Razor would get to the ship by daybreak.
Okay, crew -2. Well, less mouths to feed, I guess. Supplies -1. Move special location 962, 1 space toward the ship. Are they on the same space? No. Remove all threat. Okay. Alright, so it said we stay on this page. We're still out at the open sea. And the things didn't get removed, so we probably should have just moved. Which I'm going to do this time no matter what, most likely. But, alright, we're staying here, so we're going to start the timer. Definitely want to fish. Let's talk to the crew. Let's go to the captain's quarters and we'll sail. Yeah. All right. So, hungry crew first. Okay, well, so I either raise the discontent by 2 by letting them raid the supplies and letting them find out that they're empty, or I ask them to go hungry. Well, the discontent's going to go up by 2 regardless. So, I guess I'm going to let them raid the supplies. Supplies are at 0, so discontent's going to go up by 2. This is a game-end condition if these 2 meet, so that's... And, infamy goes up by 4, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then we're going to fish. Hunting +1. Not going to take that. Then perform a hunting check. Alright. Oh, which one is the yellow? I'm adding 3 to my roll. 9 + 3 is 12. I'll take it. 3 supplies. 1, 2, 3. And 1 treasure. Barrel of rum. Discard to gain infamy and discontent -2. Ooh. Okay. I like this one. I'm gonna discard this guy to get that one. And since I discarded a card without gaining its benefit, I gain supply. And then I'm actually gonna go ahead and just discard the barrel of rum that I just got. It says discard to gain infamy +1 and discontent -2. So we're gonna do that. So infamy +1, discontent -2. That's good. That's really good. Okay. So then we're talking to the crew. Choose 2 of the following. Trade with a crewmate. I can gain a reroll. Or discard a treasure to draw a treasure. I can have a drink, which gives me swagger. Or I can challenge another pirate. This is the one from earlier that was a little bit confusing. Okay. So I am going to trade with a crewmate to gain a reroll. And then I will challenge another pirate, since I'm all the pirates. We would duel. I gain 3 infamy and steal a treasure. So stealing a treasure means gaining a treasure and a discontent. So we take the discontent and a new treasure. Loudmouth parrot. When you gain 1 or more infamy, gain 1 additional infamy. Cannot be buried. And it adds to my 2 of my stats? That's amazing! Holy moly. And it helps me gain infamy? That's super awesome. I assume it doesn't help with the infamy I'm gaining from this turn, but in the future. So 3 infamy. So 1, 2, 3. And I fill in a star. We'll fill in this one. Okay. That one's done. Yes. Okay, so now captain's quarters. Entry 45.
Damn it all!
Captain Vance bellows as you enter his quarters. The place is torn apart, books, papers, and clothes scattered everywhere. Something wrong, Captain? You ask. The old man groans in irritation.
Nah, what do you be needing, matey?
I found this down below, you answer and hold up a beautifully ornate compass.
Me compass!
He cries, and just like that, all care evaporates from his face.
Thank you, my friend. You don't know how vexed I was to misplace such a treasured item. Here, take this as a proper sign of gratitude.
And he tosses you a useful item. I noticed the strange markings along the edge, you say.
Aye,
Agrees the captain.
'tis written in the old salt tongue, something not too many people knows about these days. I don't quite recall what it says. Me friend Scroggs told me years ago, before he went and caught a cannonball in his chest. Good pirate, Scroggs. I ever tell you about the time he and I sold liquor to the Royal Navy? Only it wasn't no liquor, it was sheep's laxative.
You sure did, Captain. You say politely. Well, got to be going. Lots of chores to get done.
I gain a treasure and a reroll. Okay, so reroll +1. Treasure. Distinguished pipe. So this would just add 2 to my swagger. But I kind of like all of my other ones. So we're actually going to discard that to gain a supply. The voice acting adds a lot to this game. I would agree. I think it's really good. Okay. Sail time. Navigation +1. You know what? I think I am actually going to take the navigation. So that I reduce my supplies by 1 to do that. Okay. And then perform a navigation check. I add 5 to my roll. 9 + 5 is 14. 1 away from the best option, but that's okay. Infamy +1. Ooh, but when I gain 1 or more infamy, I gain 1 additional. So I gain 2. That's going to help a lot with my goals. Like, a lot. Okay. Then I can spend supplies or hull. So we're going to spend 1 of each to move 1. We're moving on to this space. We're going to see what happens, friends. Could be bad. I might lose everything. We could lose. Who knows? Okay. End of round 800. Threat +1. Constellation event tokens. Do not have any. Did the ship move? Yes. Entry 7, I think it was. Yes. 007. It's going to be bad.
You find a charming piece of land in the middle of the ocean. It isn't much, but it proves to be a great place for a pirate picnic.
Oh.
If there's one thing pirates love, it's picnics. Everyone has a lovely time, but as you while away the hours, the weather turns.
Okay, remove navigation token 7 from the game. Yoop. Supplies +2. That's good. Discontent -1. That's awesome as well. Set dial A equal to the number of players. So I believe 4 is the number of players, which it already is at 4. So turn to page 11. Okay, that wasn't bad. I thought it was going to be bad. I guess it just is basically showing you that something scary could happen. It was a storm. Okay, page 11. Lock action 1. Oh. So if action 1 is locked, it says when the Hungry Crew action appears on a page, but if it's locked, I assume it doesn't appear. That's what I'm guessing. Because we had a picnic, so nobody's hungry. I'm going to assume that that's... Oh, yay! Thanks for watching! From Arizona. Yeah, it is hot in Arizona right now, isn't it? It's actually warmed up quite a bit here in Vegas this week as well. Like, what's it right now? Yeah, it's 91 currently. It had been so cold for so long, and now finally it just... We missed spring because of the quarantine, basically. Spring is only like a couple of weeks here, and it went from winter to summer all of a sudden. But I'm glad you're enjoying the playthrough. That's really awesome. Okay, check threat. We're fine on threat. We've got rough seas here, though. You gotta get your crew on the sails during a storm, or you risk sailors and supplies being swept overboard and the hull taking a beating. Okay, so we have to, it says, what does it say? Sails. Okay, sails, we have to man the sails. That's what we have to do. Alright. Yep, we locked action 1. All right, I'm gonna start the timer. Here we go. So manning the sails, I feel like we should put at least 2 people there. That feels important. Then we have to put somebody on sail. That's required. And I will net debris, because that might get me some supplies, which is always good, apparently. All right, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay. So no hungry crew, it's locked, so we're not doing that. So man the sails. Brawn +1, cannot increase my brawn. Then perform a brawn check. Okay? So we got the red one first. 9 + 2 is 11. Reduce dial A by 2. Awesome. And then, so that's that one. So now we're going to do the same thing for yellow. I cannot increase my brawn. Brawn check still +2. 8 + 2 is 10, which is good enough to reduce dial A by 2. 1, 2. Back down to 0, which apparently is a good thing from what we learned earlier. So, awesome. Very happy. Okay, net debris. Hunting +1. I could increase my hunting if I wanted, but I think I'm okay. Then perform a hunting check. Okay. 8 + 3 is 11. That's good enough for me. Ooh, but if I get 16 plus, I can't do that. It's impossible. Okay. So supplies +2. 1, 2. We're going to be able to feed the crew next time it comes up. Treasure +1. All right, cool. Oh, and did I have any of these? Oh, technically hunting, I do have an extra one, so it's 12. So that means 16 would have been possible, but nearly impossible. I would have had to roll a perfect 12. What was the other thing? I always forget what symbols I have. I don't have any bronze, so that's fine. Okay. Gain a treasure. Discard to gain supplies +2 or upgrade 1 cannon by 1 level. Oh. I kind of like that one. Supplies have been in short demand, so I'm going to discard the fake beard. Even though it would have been very cool if I got some more misfortune. So I do gain a supply for discarding. Oh man, 100 and 106 in Arizona, that is hot. All right. Yes, okay, so that one's done. So now we sail. Navigation +1. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep the supplies. So then we do a navigation check. I add 5 to my roll. Ooh, that's a 1. I don't want to do that, so we're going to re-roll. 7 + 5 is 12. I'm okay with that. So infamy +1. And then I can spend supplies or hull to move the ship. So we're going to reduce the supplies by 2 to move the ship 1 space over here, which is what we were trying to reach for this part of the scenario. Okay, did that. And then that's it. So 804. Threat +1. Uh-oh. Reduce hull, crew, and supplies by a total of X. X equals the value of dial A. It's 0, so we're good. Starting with the player with the highest infamy. Okay, constellation event tokens. Nope. Don't have any of those. Did the ship move? Yes. Entry on the new space. 963. No, I have not visited this island. Whoa.
You arrive on Precipice Island. You see before you a collection of small houses nestled into the cliff's edge that overlooks the ocean. You hear the distant rumbling of the watery barrier that marks the ocean's edge, and you wonder who could choose to live in such a place. You follow Captain Vance to a rickety old bridge that leads to one of the cliffside houses.
Been a long time, me mateys, but I always loved coming here.
He says. The house itself is a crumbling structure made of mismatched parts. You notice a lovely golden telescope reaching out past a hole in the roof, staring up at the dark sky. The captain removes his hat and, licking the palm of his hand, tries to smooth down his great white tangle of hair. When he reaches the door, he gives a nervous knock. The door opens to an old woman whose body and clothing seem to keep with the rest of the house's theme.
JJ?
She exclaims.
Just boot Vance, get your butt over here.
And the two give each other a happy embrace. You learn her name is Esmeralda, and she is quickly able to decipher the map.
Red Rock Island, the Painted Caverns.
She instructs.
That's where you'll be finding that stone.
When you leave a half hour later, bellies warm with tea, Esmeralda grabs one of you by the arm and whispers,
Take care of him.
and you can see she looks scared.
He's dreamed of this forever. Never enough in this world to keep him happy, keep him satisfied. But it's dangerous. A person who plumbs the abyss too long will never truly make it back out. You remember that.
You leave Esmeralda's home, happy to find that the captain hasn't led you astray, but concerned that the mission you are on is becoming all the more real.
Okay, return all revealed navigation tokens face down to the pile. So that's this one. I think that's it. The others are not navigation tokens. So this would go. I'm just going to mix. I think we're going to be ending probably. So remove all threat from the threat track. That's good because we already have 3 out of 5 threat. So we're probably not going to win, but congratulations, you have reached the end of part 1. The highest infamy player chooses 2 of the following. Okay, so supplies +3, discontent -2, crew +3, or hull +3. So I choose 2 of the following. Okay, we're going to do supplies. So 6 is going to go to 9, and it seems hard to gain crew, right? I think we're going to go 3 crew. Okay? At this time, players may choose to continue on to part 2 or take a break. So we will resume the game at another time. So this is going to teach me how to save the game. All right. So I think that's going to be it for this stream specifically. If you all want to see me play part 2, well, I don't know if that's going to be possible because I'd like to be able to talk about the whole scenario on Dice Tower tonight, on Wednesday, because that is what everyone wanted to hear about. So I may have to play part 2 on my own. So maybe that'll be a fun surprise for you all to discover on your own. But if you all really want to see me play the second part live, let me know. I am doing my board game brunch tomorrow morning, which I could technically do Q&A and this at the same time if you all really want. So if you all want, I could maybe do this instead of board game brunch in the morning. I'll still call it board game brunch because it's already that. Well, actually, I don't know if it got scheduled or not. I don't know. Tweet me on Twitter at Crystal Pisano and let me know what you think or what you want. If you all want to see me play part 2 tomorrow morning, maybe I'll do that. And that would be at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. I think it's 4:30 p.m. GMT. I could theoretically leave this set up and just do the next. I could just continue on tomorrow. I might do that. I might actually do that. So, we'll see. I hope you all enjoyed watching the stream. I hope you all are safe and healthy and having a good weekend. And I really enjoy spending time with you all, even if it is in this digital format. So I hope you all are having a great day. Thank you all for joining me for part 1 of Forgotten Waters. Maybe I'll be doing part 2 in the morning. So even if you aren't able to join live, you might be able to catch it later if I end up doing that. So I hope you all are having an awesome, awesome weekend, and I'm gonna find the button to end the stream. But yeah, we'll end it now. So have a great day, friends. Bye.